Electrocast.
Welcome to Tuning In to Sound Wellbeing, the podcast where Amanda, our sound therapy expert, unlocks the healing potential of sound therapy and tuning forks in wellness. I'm Stephen, your co-host, joining Amanda on this journey into the world of frequencies and vibrations. So whether you're a curious learner or a wellness enthusiast, our show offers you fresh insights and practical knowledge. Come with us to uncover the mysteries of sound, embrace new wellness perspectives, and experience the transformative magic of frequencies and vibration. Tuning into Sound Wellbeing is here to harmonise your mind, body and soul.
Hello everyone and welcome to this very special episode of Tune In to Sound Wellbeing. I'm Amanda Mackay and this week I'm talking to a very good friend of mine, Rossana Sotos. She is an amazing sound healer and she's here to talk to you about singing bowls and gongs and monochord and how those instruments can work in your sound therapy practice. So Rossana, hi and welcome.
Thank you. Hello. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. We usually chat for a long time when we're together. So we are going to just talk about some instruments today. So Rossana, do you want to just talk to everyone a little bit about singing bowls and how you would choose some notes that play well together?
When we are looking for harmony, we choose some chords. So there are some choices. If you don't know a little bit of music, you can just learn about it and find out what kind of notes work well together. Because when you are lying down and listening, it's better to have harmony so the person doesn't feel the dissonance of sound and they can relax better. So for example, if you're playing a ball which is a G, you're gonna find that the perfect fifth will be a C. So you can play together only these two. You're already creating harmony between the balls. So the person, when he's listening, just soothes their ear and they start to relax. So I choose accordingly to music notes and accords. Now, what kind of instruments I'm playing, it differs from what the person is seeking. When I'm doing sound bath, which is a very general performance, let's say, I would play a little bit of each instrument. So I wouldn't stay too long if each instrument. If the person comes to a one-on-one, is a different thing, because you have a chat before, she might be anxious, so you will choose the instruments accordingly to what she's feeling. And there is some instruments that are more appropriate to play when you have anxiety. There is another instrument that is more appropriate when you have depression. And for that, I really suggest the person do trainings and learn what they are doing. And I think you are very good at it.
Oh, thank you. So say somebody wanted to purchase a singing bowl and they did have some anxiety. So, like we know, if they were choosing a tuning fork, we'd probably suggest to them a 174 hertz or a 128 hertz weighted fork. But with singing bowls, it's different, isn't it? It's by note. So with notes of a singing bowl, what would you suggest that somebody uses in that situation?
It's not only about notes, but also about the size. So small sizes, they produce a higher note, a higher octave. And this will have a different effect than a big ball which has a more deep sound, even if it's the same note. So for instance, if you are working with an A note in a big ball, is a different from a small ball. So you work on sizes as well. regardless the note. Because there are
Okay.
deep, deep sounds. They're more grounding. You feel that calmness. And some balls are very high pitch, which might be a little bit too much for an anxiety situation. And a person with,
Right.
be more sensitive for the ear. And instead of calming down, it will, excite them. So you don't want
Yeah.
that.
So you might be looking at, say, a 16-inch bowl might be better for somebody than an 8-inch bowl
No,
for
not
that.
six. Yeah, 16 inch. It's a huge, huge ball, which
Mm,
it will be very, obviously, yes, a 16 inch. It's a very low and deep and very calming type of sound. Yes.
yeah.
8, there is the middle. So you have the active balls, which is from 7 to 6 or smaller than that. And then you have the middle range, which is 9, 8, 9, 10. And then you have the lower range, which is 11, 12, and so on. So
Yeah.
you measure that way.
Okay. So they might be looking at that middle ground, so around that 9, 10-inch bowl.
Yes, it depends.
Okay.
Now, uh, the notes, I have to say that a person can have one ball, just one ball, and
Yep.
she can work with one ball in any chakra. Every
Yes.
chakra means, sorry, my English. And you can, because there is something called intention. And this intention really is what drives that sound to the person. Because sound's mechanic. The intention is what sound will carry to the
Yes.
person. So
Yes.
when people say, oh, you're going to have the C for the root, and then I'm going to have the A for, the crown and so on, or the pineal gland, it's not like that. It is not like that. You have to be a little bit more open mind that it really depends the
It depends on the
situation
person's body too, doesn't it?
and the person as well. So that's
Yes.
why even the frequencies, all the frequency such and such is good for that. It depends.
Yes.
It depends because everybody has a different body. So I can't tell that the frequency of 528, for example, is to regenerate the DNA or something like that. Everybody is different. Everybody has a
Yes.
different story, different thickness in the body, different bones, different size of organs. So how can I say that this frequency is specific for that? It can't be.
Yes, that's right. It's a general rule of thumb, but it can be different for different people, which is why different tuning forks or singing bowls resonate with different people differently. That's why one
Yes,
person will listen to that and say, oh, I love that. And the other person will say, oh, no, I don't really resonate with that. So it really does have
exactly.
a lot to do with who you are, your experiences, and your body as well. So it is good to actually listen to the note or the frequency and see what feels right for you.
Yes. Although there are some instruments that are more steady sound that it's obviously is going to calm down. There are two things here. One is your brain and the other one is your body. So the vibration can work, the frequency can work in your brain differently than your body. So your brain can entrain with the frequency and and slow down the waves
Yes.
mechanically
Yep.
using earphones and things like that. The body is a different thing and the feelings are other thing. So there's so many variants
Yes.
and
So,
emotions and what emotions bring to what past, and sometimes it's just a bell that reminds somebody that has a trauma because a bell, she just hit her head in a bell or something like that and she hates the sound of bell.
yeah,
There's so many variants. You can't,
it's so true.
one size fits all.
Yeah, that is so true. It's really good for everybody to hear this and really discover what is good for them, and potentially go along to some sessions with a sound therapist, whether it's in a group or individual, and try it out and see what you feel, see what you like.
Life is hard, but finding a really great podcast makes the days go by so much easier. Hi, my name is Blue Telusma. I'm a writer, an emotional intelligence coach, and the host of Humanize with Blue Telusma, a podcast where we believe that when you humanize everyone in the room, a great conversation is almost guaranteed. Join us every week here on Electricast as me and my guest co-hosts unpack big topics and interview even bigger personalities with a sense of humor and a dash of mischief. If you're looking for a new best friend in your head, we've got you covered. Electricast.
You did an event the other weekend and you had people coming up talking to you about how they felt after. And I know I did one last month as well in a group situation, and people come up and they say, oh my goodness, this left and my back's not hurting anymore, and they feel lighter, and then some people walk out and don't say anything. So you do find that affects people differently.
Yes, and it's amazing because I had a treatment with you many years ago when I hit my head and I try everything, and my neck was injured for months. So I try acupuncture, I try massage, I try everything. And then I have 3 sessions with you, and the third session, it was gone. Only just working on my field. How is it possible? So we do have to learn about these things because they work, and I'm proof.
Yes, I think we did just only work in your biofield. I don't think we really worked on the body much at all in those sessions.
Not at all, not once, just
Yeah,
in my field. So
yeah,
there, and cancer patients with the crystal balls and experience, because with Geraldine group we meet every month and everybody share the experience, and the experience they share with us, it's just amazing. And many people work in there is this girl, she works in a prison, and the prisoners, they are calmer, they
yeah,
are more communicative, so they are more responsive to what they need to do. And they wait every month or every week, I can't remember, for her to do crystal ball sessions on them. And they sit and they relax.
remarkable, isn't it?
It is amazing.
Yeah, because they're balancing those emotions that are sitting in the body in the field that have really informed their decisions, that have really why they're in prison in the first place. So
Yeah,
it's extraordinary.
it is
So you're
amazing.
talking, do you want to tell everyone just a little bit about who Geraldine is? Because some people listening might not be into sound therapy as much as us. So this is a world famous teacher that Rossana connects with very regularly and has trained with.
Yeah, Geraldine Glass is in America. I think she lives in California, and I did training online with her because it was COVID, and I took advantage of the situation. And she's also a Crystal Tones partner, and she works only with crystal balls. Now
Yeah,
she's adding a little bit of monochords as well in her sound baths. She's an opera singer, so she knows about music deeply, but she is she's going deep in the studies with scientists, and looking forward to see with everybody what's happening,
yeah.
and it's amazing, the results, and it's just the beginning. We
Yes,
just
there's a
touching
lot
the
of research
surface.
being done. Yeah. So would you like to tell everybody what the monochord is that you just mentioned, what instrument that is, and how you find that works with people?
Yeah, monochords is a very, very, very old instrument, and it has only 2 notes, and you just start playing. They are made of wood, so it's like an harp
Yep.
rectangle, And I have the monolini, which is only 21 strings, and the monolina, which is 36, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't need to have knowledge to play. You just need to be, aware that you're going to create some calluses in your finger, like playing a guitar.
But it is beautiful because I've had a session with Rossana with this musical instrument and it is divine.
Yeah,
So
what happened with the monochord, it's a drone type of music. So it's the same note with the perfect fifth, and then you keep playing, and your brain just entrain with that and slow down the waves. So it's
yes,
very easy to relax, and that's what we want, everybody to relax. Because
yes, we do.
if you have a client that just relax, it's a bonus. It's what you want, because then the body has the ability to start healing itself. They shift that flight and fight mode to a relaxed state, just listening to music, and you can't think about anything. When you listen, when you are doing sound bath, when you listen to the tuning forks, gongs, crystal balls, all these instruments, you're so present and you relax, and you are being caught on waves. It's just,
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Yeah, you are. You're moving with the wave of the music, becoming entrained. Central nervous system is calming down. And yeah, like you said, the body can heal itself. Because the
yeah.
body is an amazing instrument itself, isn't it?
It is, and we need to tune the body, because we get all this interference around us, emotions, fights, society, problems, this and that, and we do get untuned. Untuned, can you say that?
Yeah, I guess so. You can say untuned, out of balance.
Out of balance. So when you go to a session with sound, the body resonates with that. The moment you cut yourself, the body starts healing itself.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
So the body looks for harmony. He seeks for harmony. So when you play harmony, when you bring harmony, the body just absorb it quickly,
Yes,
and they love it. So we
yes.
need
And our,
to expose ourselves, because we are exposed to noise. We are exposed to, you know, not good waves around us. So we need to balance that with good sound, with pure sound than noise.
yes, the right noise, I guess, that's bringing us back into balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, gongs are amazing, and I love it when you play your gongs together in the sessions. So, what have you found gong? How are they different to other things in a session for someone?
Gongs can be very overwhelming for some people. I
Yeah,
love gongs because it just transport me to another. It's like I'm in space. The gong is special because it has, if it's not most all the notes.
mm,
So you are bathing your body with all the notes. So
yes,
you just get what you need. And because it's a big instrument, it creates big waves, and it can imagine your body being like a carpet, a rug that you just
yes. Shake it out.
shake it
Yeah,
out. So that's
yeah.
what the
We
gongs does.
we went to some gong sessions together years ago. One of the other sound healers we know, Leith James,
Yeah.
he's a gong master and does all
He
that
was my
training.
teacher.
Yeah, he does some amazing work, and afterwards it just felt so beautiful. Because he had quite, I can't even remember how many. I think he has like 10 gongs or something like that.
Yes, it's amazing. I remember one time I went to do a gong session with him. It was 1 or 2 hours, I can't remember. And I had a back pain. And after the session, I just noticed that my back pain was gone just when I got home, because
Yeah,
we notice the pain, but when we don't have the pain, we forget to
that
notice.
is so
But
true. Yeah,
yeah, so the training with him was amazing, and the last day of training, we have to do the puja, which is the whole night playing gongs. So all the
yes.
students had to play half an hour of gongs. Some people come, they bring their mattresses, they sleep listening to gongs the whole night. So
Amazing.
yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to tell everybody about, your experience with sound, like either receiving it or doing sessions for people, like how things have changed maybe for
As a client, as a receiver, I would say go with an open heart without expectations. Just be curious, lie down, and relax. Let the sound therapists do their job. Don't expect much to a quick fix, because we can fix, we can do the cleaning, but you can go back to the pattern. So you need to do your inner work as well. So you are responsible also for your own healing.
so true. It's something that I know you and I have really learned over the years too, because we've both
Yeah,
been doing our own healings for, you know, at least 30, 35 years.
and
Yeah,
non-stop, non-stop.
exactly. Yeah.
As a if you are, you know, inspired to do that, I recommend get some knowledge, and then you can fly. You can do your
Yeah.
own thing, but get some knowledge. It's important. Knowledge is never too much, and there's lots of people like you, Amanda, there had heaps of knowledge and years of experience that you can shortcut just listening, learning from you guys. So I highly recommend having classes, have the proper training, and then start, working. The world need more of us.
Yes. And people just doing some trainings and doing their own healings. It's not like you have to go out there and work as a sound therapist,
Just for
just
you.
your
Yeah.
your own healing is one of the big ripples in, that whole energy of the universe. It's going to help everybody. Our
Yeah.
own healing helps everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree 100%. That's it. And listen to your intuition. It's very important. And how you think, because we know our thoughts doesn't stay inside our brain. It goes like waves, like the sound. So be mindful of what you think. And when you have your client, have good thoughts.
Yes, our thoughts and our words are definitely the vibration we give to the universe and everyone around us. Yes. All right. Well, I am just so thankful that you came along and had a chat with us today. I really appreciate your time and your friendship and all the amazing
Same.
conversations we've had over the years.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this special episode. Steve and I will be back next week exploring chakras and energy centers.
Introducing the Deep Leadership Podcast. Leadership is a people business. That's the philosophy of your podcast host, John Rennie. As a former submarine officer who spent 22 years leading businesses in corporate America before starting his own manufacturing business, he knows that leadership matters. Deep Leadership is real-world, actionable leadership advice from John and his expert guests. Become a leader worth following. Subscribe today.
Electricast. Hey, it's Tim from 50 Years of Music with 50-Year-Old White Guys, the comedy podcast you had no idea you needed. Join Ben, Jeff, and me as we continue our musical road trip back through the years and around the globe. See, just when you thought all white guys were like Joe Rogan, you come across 3 educators trying to remember when we were cool.
50 Years of Music with 50-Year-Old White Guys.
Electricast. Electricast.